Hey everyone, my name is Wedge and we finally got the rest of Conspiracy. I'm telling you, that was like pulling teeth. Seriously. In this video, we're going to go over a few of the new cards in Conspiracy not released until now, along with some notable reprints. If there was a card you wanted to see but we didn't cover in this video, talk about it in the comments. We'll be on it. The first card we're looking at today is Canal Dredger, 4 mana for a 1/5 construct that you draft face up. Each player passes the last card from each booster pack to a player who drafted Canal Dredger. You can tap him to put a target card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. The ability is cool and all that, but the guy's hysterical. You get to stick someone with the worst card in every single pack. Is it wrong that the first thing I thought of was WorldKnit.deck? Instead of 5-color good stuff, I'll be drafting like 5-color bad stuff. That really didn't come together. Next is Cogwork Grinder, 6 mana for a 0/0 construct that you draft face up. As you draft a card, you may remove it from the draft face down. In other words, you cannot use the cards you remove. When the grinder enters the battlefield, it gets X+1/+1 counters on it, where X is equal to the amount of cards you remove from the draft with the grinder. What? If you get this first pack, I can see removing 3 or 4 cards in each pack that you know you won't use. This guy can end up being a 10/10 pretty easily. It's a sweet late game bomb. Also has a fun interaction with WorldKnit, in that it's the only way to not play a card that you pick. Can't take a card out of your deck? Just take it out of the draft instead. The first reprint we're going to talk about is Vorken Orrery. The reason I bring this up is because it's only ever been printed once and it's a $10 card. Perfect for commander players. A 4 mana artifact, you may cast non-land cards as though they had flash. You get flash, and you get flash, and you get flash! Whispergear Sneak is the trolliest card in the set. Yes, that is how I'm introducing this card. 1 mana for a 1/1 construct that you draft face up. During the draft, you may turn the Sneak face down. If you do, look at any unopened booster pack in the draft or any booster pack not being looked at by another player. This is great. Everyone's favorite part about a draft is opening cards. It's in our blood. Being able to take that away from someone with just a common, imagine the animosity this card will sow. I'm going to make so many people angry. Custodi Soulbinders is 4 mana for a 0/0 human cleric. It enters the battlefield with X+1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of other creatures on the battlefield. You can pay 3 and remove a counter from him to put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. I like this card. When you get a few turns into a multiplayer game, there are bound to be a bunch of creatures. This guy gets huge and can create a flying army if you have the extra mana. It's neat. Hey everyone, this is Stifle. It's a $35 card. Foil versions are around $80 unless you want a judge promo, then they're around $100. But guess what? You don't have to worry about that any longer because it's getting reprinted! Stifle is a staple in every format it's legal in. The card's insane. Talk about providing value in Conspiracy. Between this, Misdirection, Brainstorm, and Factor Fiction, I'm going to go broke buying foils. If you're still not convinced that this set has serious value, watch the rest of the video. I'm about to blow your minds. Bite of the Black Rose is 4 mana for a sorcery with Will the Council. Starting with you, each player votes for Sickness or Psychosis. If Sickness gets more votes, creatures your opponents control get -2/-2 until end of turn. If Psychosis gets more votes of the votes tied, each opponent discards 2 cards. Talk about making yourself the enemy of the game. -2/-2 will kill something, if not a lot of somethings. Discarding 2 cards will also be relevant for a while, considering the pace of multiplayer games is a bit slower than standard 1v1s. It's a cool card with really cool art. Phage the Untouchable. Never thought I'd see her printed again. For those of you who don't know, here's what we're looking at. She's huge, you lose if you don't cast her from your hand. She has super death touch, in other words, creatures don't regenerate when damaged by her. Plus there's the whole if she deals combat damage to a player, they lose the game. Listen, she's totally fair because you have to cast her from your hand. Right, guys? Right? This next card is just... okay, Grenzo's Rebuttal is 4 colorless and 2 red for a sorcery. Put a 4/4 red ogre creature token onto the battlefield. Starting with you, each player chooses an artifact, creature, and land from among the permanents controlled by the player to the left. Destroy each of those permanents. So basically everyone looks left, kills at most 3 things, then chaos ensues because as many as 12 permanents are now gone, including 4 lands. It's hard enough to get wizards to print a card that destroys 1 land for a reasonable amount of mana. Here's a way to kill 4 lands for twice the cost of Stone Rain. Granted, one of those lands is yours, but you're red. You don't care. This is going to be hilarious for commander players. Enjoy. Elephant Guide. More elephants. Yes, the elephant dream is alive. If only we had another, gigantic, outrageously scary green creature to go with our elephants. Oh, what's up, Hydra omnivore? You look hungry. Okay, guys, this is where things start getting crazy. First, we have Edric, Spymaster of Tress. There's a reason he's disturbingly popular in Commander. Printing him again is a good idea, especially a printing that can be in foil since Commander's Arsenal is the only way to get a foil Edric outside of incredibly hard to get Commander's Arsenal. Mirari's Wake is getting a reprint. I know, I'm pumped too. It also gets the cool artwork from the Pro Tour promo version. This is a great way to get the Wake out to more people. While the card isn't ridiculously expensive, these can be hard to find if you don't want to buy them from a vendor online. Most people with Mirari's Wakes tend to hold on to them. The last card we're looking at from Conspiracy is another reprint, but man is it awesome. Pernicious Deed is back in action. The card boasts a $15 price tag, but foil versions are around $50 since its only printings were in Apocalypse and the Judge Gift program. The card is used in Commander, but it's also rampant in Legacy. There are plenty of bug decks that run it in the main or on sideboard. Getting a foil version of this that doesn't cost an insane amount of money is definitely something I'm interested in. Okay guys, seriously, we've come all this way to the end of Conspiracy spoilers. Let me just give you a list real quick of some reprints that you can get from the set in foil. Pristine Angel, Route, Swords to Plowshares, Brainstorm, Factor Fiction, Misdirection, Stifle, Exploration, Hydra Omnivore, Edric, Mirari's Wake, Pernicious Deed, and Spirit Monger. If that isn't enough value for you, remember there are a bunch of new cards as well that'll be awesome. Muzio, Plea for Power, Scourge of the Throne, Brago, Dak Faden, Death Reap Ritual, Grenzo, Marchesa, Salval... Okay, just listen. My point is that even if you don't think the set has a lot to offer, do the math. The value's there. If you don't want to draft it, fine. It's totally up to you. But if you like trade bait or investing in sealed product, I can tell you that a lot of these reprints will never go out of style. Just one man's opinion. What do you guys think about Conspiracy? We've had a really long, weird journey to get to this point, but we're finally here. How many of you are going to draft Conspiracy this weekend? Make enemies out of your friends. Do it. It's super fun. As always, subscribe below for the latest and most reliable Magic the Gathering information you could ever need. This is the Manosaurus. I'm Wedge. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.